Let me ask you something. Have you ever had someone look at you and say, wait, you're how old? Maybe they thought you were a decade younger, maybe even more. And you laughed it off, not thinking much of it. But deep down, you wondered, why do I really look younger than my age? Well, let me tell you something. It's not luck. It's not just genetics. It's deeper than that. There are things you're doing, maybe even without knowing, that are slowing down time for you while everyone else is rushing to buy anti-aging creams and hair dyes. And here's the real kicker. Most people are aging themselves faster every single day without realizing it. They're stuck in habits that make them look older, while you're walking around with a hidden advantage. And today, I'm going to expose exactly why. Stay with me until the end, because by the time we're done, you'll not only know why you look younger, you'll know how to keep it that way for life. It's not just about wrinkles or gray hairs. It's about the way you move, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself. Ever notice how some people in their 50s have more life in their step than someone in their 30s? Because energy is ageless. When you move with passion, when you speak with confidence, when you walk like you have purpose, you don't just look young, you are young. And people pick up on that. Your energy tells the world that time hasn't slowed you down, and that alone keeps you looking fresh. Stress is the biggest thief of youth. It shows up on your face, in your posture, in the way you breathe. You ever notice how some people seem to age overnight when life hits them hard? That's what stress does. It takes a toll on your skin, your hair, your entire body. But some people, like you, have a secret weapon. Maybe it's faith, maybe it's gratitude, maybe it's just knowing when to let go. Whatever it is, it's keeping you light while others are carrying weight they don't need. And that difference, that's why you don't look like what you've been through. Have you ever noticed that kids ask questions about everything? They have a hunger to learn, to explore, to try new things. But the moment people stop learning, stop growing, stop changing, they start aging. Curiosity is youth. The people who stay open to new ideas, who keep learning, who stay excited about life, those are the people who look younger than their years. If you still have that spark, if you still get excited about life, you're keeping yourself younger than most. You ever see someone after a bad night's sleep? They look like they've aged 5 years overnight. Now imagine doing that for years. Your body heals when you sleep. Your skin repairs itself. Your brain resets. Your stress levels drop. But too many people treat sleep like an option. They push it aside, stay up late, and wonder why they wake up looking tired and worn out. But you respect rest. You know that sleep isn't just about closing your eyes. It's about repairing, resetting, and refreshing. And that right there, that's a secret anti-aging weapon. Listen, food isn't just fuel, it's information. It tells your body what to do, how to function, and how to age. Some people eat without thinking, processed junk, sugar, toxins, stuff that speeds up aging. But you make choices that keep your body thriving. Maybe it's drinking enough water. Maybe it's choosing whole foods over fast food. Maybe it's avoiding things that drain your energy. Whatever it is, it shows up in your skin, your energy, your youthfulness. You don't have to be perfect, but being mindful of what you put in your body, that's keeping you ahead of the game. Your body was designed to move. When you keep it active, you keep it young. You ever see someone who's been sitting for too long doing nothing? They stiffen up, they slow down, they age. But you move, you stretch, you walk, you exercise. Maybe not in a gym, maybe not in a fancy workout, but you stay active. That's why time can't catch up with you, because movement keeps everything flowing. Your blood, your oxygen, your life. And when you move, you don't just look younger, you feel younger. Let me tell you something powerful. Negativity ages you. It weighs on your face, on your heart, on your soul. Ever seen someone who always complains, always sees the worst in everything? They start to look tired, worn, older than they should. But you carry light. You laugh, you find joy, you see hope even in the hard times. That kind of spirit, it keeps you young in ways no medicine ever could. Because youth isn't just about your skin, it's about your heart. And when your heart is light, your face reflects it. Looking younger isn't about chasing youth, it's about living in a way that makes age irrelevant. And guess what? You've been doing it without even knowing, but now you know your power. So keep moving, keep learning, keep laughing, keep living, because time has nothing on you. It's not just about the lines on your face or the color of your hair. Youth is something deeper. It's energy. It's presence. It's the way you walk into a room before you even say a word. Have you ever met someone who, despite their age, had a kind of electricity about them? Someone who moved with purpose, spoke with confidence, carried themselves with a kind of lightness that made them seem timeless? That's the key right there. People often think looking young is about skincare routines, expensive creams, or even genetics. And while those things can play a part, they're not the deciding factor. The truth is, the way you present yourself to the world, the energy you give off, plays a bigger role than you realize. Your energy speaks before you do. It's the silent message you send to everyone around you, and it's one of the main reasons you look younger than your age. Think about it. You've probably seen people who are technically young, but their energy is heavy. They walk like the world is on their shoulders. They talk like life has beaten them down. They seem drained, like they've already given up. And because of that, they appear older than they actually are. On the other hand, you've also seen people in their 50s, 60s, even 70s who walk with a bounce in their step, who speak with enthusiasm, who carry themselves with an effortless sense of vitality. They don't just look younger, they are younger. Because youth is just as much about the mind as it is about the body. Now, here's the thing about energy. It's contagious. When you enter a room with a sense of confidence, with an attitude that says, I'm here and I belong, people feel that. They see it in the way you move, in the way you engage, in the way you respond to life. And that energy, it doesn't just affect the people around you. The more you carry yourself with purpose, the more your body and mind adapt to that reality. You naturally begin to feel lighter, stronger, more alive. And it's not just about confidence, it's about presence. Being present in your own life. Too many people are walking through life checked out. They're stuck in the past, carrying regrets and what-ifs. Or they're so worried about the future that they never fully experience the moment they're in. That's the fastest way to age yourself, mentally, emotionally, and physically. But when you're present, when you embrace where you are right now, something changes. You wake up, your mind sharpens, your expressions soften. You engage with the world in a way that keeps you vibrant and connected. Have you ever noticed that children have a kind of glow to them? It's not just because of their skin or their age. It's because they're fully here. They're not thinking about yesterday or worrying about tomorrow. They're experiencing life as it comes. And that's something you've managed to hold on to even as you've grown older. That ability to stay engaged, to stay interested, to stay alive in the moment. And here's something most people don't realize. Your energy affects how people perceive your physical appearance. Have you ever met someone who, on paper, should look old, but for some reason they just don't? It's because their energy overrides everything else. Their posture, their expressions, their enthusiasm. Those things make you look at them differently. They don't look like time has worn them down, because it hasn't. They've stayed connected to life, and in return, life has kept them young. Now let's talk about movement. The way you move says a lot about your energy. People who move with hesitation, with sluggishness, with hesitation, tend to appear older than they really are. But those who move with purpose, who stand tall, who take up space, who walk with an air of confidence, always seem younger. It's not about speed. It's not about being the fittest person in the room. It's about carrying yourself in a way that tells the world, I am still here. I am still growing. I am still alive. And that kind of energy makes you timeless. And let's not forget about the way you speak. Have you ever noticed that people who look young tend to speak with a certain kind of clarity? They don't mumble. They don't hesitate. They don't shy away. They say what they mean with a voice that carries. Their words have weight. Their tone has conviction. That's not an accident. That's the kind of energy that keeps people young. When you speak with certainty, with enthusiasm, with a sense of belief, it changes the way people see you. It changes the way you see you. And that, in turn, keeps you youthful in ways that no external product ever could. At the end of the day, youth isn't just about appearance, it's about presence. It's about the way you show up in the world. And if people are constantly telling you that you look younger than your age, it's because you've mastered something most people overlook. You've held on to your energy. You've kept that fire alive inside you. And as long as you keep that energy strong, time will never truly catch up with you. Your mind is the architect of your reality. What you think, what you believe, what you focus on, these things shape not only your life, but also your physical appearance. You ever notice how people who are constantly stressed, angry, or filled with negativity seem to age faster? Their faces become tense, their posture slouches, their entire energy feels weighed down by the world. But on the other hand, those who maintain a positive mindset, those who find reasons to be grateful, to smile, to laugh, they carry a kind of lightness that keeps them looking young. You see, your thoughts are powerful. Every emotion you feel, every belief you hold, every attitude you embrace, it all sends signals to your body. When you're constantly worried, constantly anxious, your body responds by releasing stress hormones like cortisol. And too much of that, it speeds up aging. It drains your energy, wears down your immune system, and even affects the way your skin looks. That's why people who are always under pressure, always living in a state of fear or doubt, often develop wrinkles, dark circles, or a tired look, because their mind is literally telling their body to age. But here's the secret. You can reverse that process. Just like negativity can speed up aging, a positive and peaceful mindset can slow it down. When you choose to focus on gratitude instead of stress, when you practice kindness instead of anger, when you embrace challenges with the mindset of growth instead of fear, your body responds differently. Your muscles relax, your skin maintains its elasticity, your energy levels stay high. You stop carrying the weight of the world on your face, and that alone can make you look years younger. And let's talk about laughter. Laughter isn't just something that feels good, it's medicine. It releases endorphins, reduces stress, and even boosts your immune system. You ever meet someone who seems to have this infectious joy about them? They're always smiling, always finding something to laugh about, and no matter how old they are, they still have that youthful glow. That's because they've learned something most people forget. Laughter is a natural anti-aging remedy. When you laugh, your body releases tension, your face relaxes, and your entire presence becomes lighter. It's like hitting the reset button on stress, and when you do that consistently, it shows. Now, positivity doesn't mean ignoring reality. It doesn't mean pretending life is perfect. What it means is choosing how you respond to life. You can either let problems drain you, or you can approach them with the mindset of a warrior. When challenges come, do you panic? Do you let fear take over? Or do you take a deep breath, square your shoulders, and remind yourself that you face worse and come out stronger? That attitude right there, it keeps you sharp, it keeps you resilient, and it keeps you young. Another thing about mindset, people who look younger than their age often have a deep sense of purpose. They don't just exist, they're actively engaged in life. They wake up with goals, with dreams, with something they're working towards. And that sense of purpose, it keeps them going. You ever notice how people who retire and have nothing to do often age faster? But those who stay engaged, who keep learning, who keep chasing their passions, they never really seem to slow down. That's because the mind needs something to strive for. When you stop growing, you start aging. But when you wake up excited about life, excited to learn, excited to contribute, that energy flows into every part of your being. And let's not forget the power of self-talk. What do you tell yourself when you look in the mirror? Do you criticize yourself? Do you focus on every flaw? Or do you see someone who is strong, capable, and still growing? The way you speak to yourself matters. If you constantly tell yourself you're old, tired, or past your prime, your body listens. But if you wake up every day reminding yourself that you are alive, that you are capable, that you are still in the game, your body listens to that too. So when people ask why you look younger than your age, understand that a huge part of it is the way you think. Your thoughts shape your reality. Your mindset shapes your energy. And if you've managed to stay youthful, it's because you've mastered the art of keeping your mind strong, positive, and focused on growth. Your body is a reflection of how well you treat it, and one of the most overlooked secrets to looking younger than your age is movement. Not just any movement, but consistent, intentional physical activity that keeps your body strong, flexible, and full of energy. You ever notice how people who stay active, who keep their bodies moving, seem to defy the aging process? Their posture is better, their skin glows, and they carry themselves with a certain vitality that makes them look years younger than they really are. That's not an accident. That's the result of a lifestyle choice. You see, the human body was never designed to be still for long periods of time. We weren't meant to sit at a desk all day, slouch on a couch for hours, or stay glued to our phones. Our ancestors were always moving, hunting, gathering, walking for miles. Movement is what keeps the body young. The moment you stop using your muscles, they weaken. The moment you stop challenging your balance, your coordination starts to decline. The moment you stop stretching, your body starts to stiffen. And stiffness, that's one of the first signs of aging. But here's the good news. You can reverse that. You don't need to be a professional athlete, and you don't need to spend hours in the gym. You just need to move. Whether it's walking, stretching, dancing, doing yoga, or lifting weights, whatever keeps your body active, keep doing it. Because every time you move, you're sending a message to your body that you are still young, still strong, still capable. And let's talk about circulation. One of the biggest reasons people look older than their age is because of poor blood flow. When your circulation slows down, your skin starts to lose its glow. Your energy levels drop, and your body starts to feel sluggish. But when you move, when you get your heart pumping, you increase blood flow, and that brings oxygen and nutrients to every part of your body. That's why people who work out regularly have better skin, better posture, and more energy. They're keeping their bodies in a state of renewal. Now let's get real. Exercise isn't just about looking good, it's about keeping your body functioning at its best. When you move, you strengthen your heart, improve your lung capacity, and keep your joints flexible. You ever see those people who are in their 60s or 70s, but they move like they're in their 30s? That's because they never stopped being active. They never let their bodies get to the point where movement felt like a burden. Because the moment you stop moving, that's when aging really starts to show. And let's not forget about posture. You ever notice how younger people naturally stand taller, their shoulders back, their movements fluid? That's because they haven't developed the bad habits of slouching, of letting their core weaken, of carrying themselves like they're exhausted all the time. Good posture alone can make you look years younger. It signals confidence, strength, and vitality. And the best way to maintain that? Move, stretch, strengthen your core. Because when your body is strong, your posture follows. But here's the secret most people don't realize. Exercise doesn't just affect your body, it affects your mind. Every time you move, you release chemicals that improve your mood, reduce stress, and boost your energy. That's why people who stay active don't just look younger, they feel younger. They have more enthusiasm for life. They wake up with energy. They approach challenges with a sharper mind. So when people wonder why you look younger than your age, one of the biggest reasons is this: you never stopped moving. You made the decision to keep your body engaged, to stay strong, to maintain your energy. And that choice, it shows in every step you take, every time you stand tall, and every time you walk into a room looking like you have years ahead of you instead of behind you. The way you nourish your body is one of the most powerful secrets to looking younger than your age. You are what you eat. Every single thing you put into your body either fuels your health or slowly deteriorates it. And the people who seem to defy aging, who walk into a room looking years younger than they actually are, have mastered the art of feeding their bodies with the right nutrients. It's not magic, it's science. And it all comes down to what you choose to consume every single day. Your skin, your energy levels, your hair, your metabolism, everything is connected to the fuel you give your body. The human body thrives on whole, natural foods. Things that come from the earth, not from a factory. Fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, nuts, seeds, healthy fats. These are the things that keep your cells young, your skin glowing, and your energy high. But when you start filling your body with processed foods, excessive sugar, fried foods, and artificial ingredients, you're essentially speeding up the aging process. One of the biggest secrets of people who look younger than their age is hydration. Water isn't just something you drink when you're thirsty. It's the foundation of life. Every cell in your body needs water to function properly. When you're dehydrated, it shows. Your skin starts to look dry, fine lines become more visible, and your energy drops. But when you drink enough water, when you stay hydrated throughout the day, you keep your skin plump, your body detoxified, and your entire system running smoothly. That's why people who prioritize hydration always have that youthful glow. And let's talk about antioxidants. If you want to slow down aging, you need to fight oxidative stress, the damage caused by toxins, pollution, and bad habits. The best way to do that? Fill your diet with antioxidant-rich foods. Berries, leafy greens, nuts, dark chocolate, green tea. These are your natural defense system against aging. They help protect your skin from wrinkles, keep your body energized, and even improve brain function. But it's not just about what you eat, it's also about what you avoid. Excess sugar is one of the fastest ways to accelerate aging. It causes inflammation in the body, breaks down collagen in the skin, and leads to fatigue. You ever notice how people who eat a lot of sugar often feel sluggish, look tired, and have dull skin? That's because sugar is silently aging them from the inside out. The same goes for processed foods filled with chemicals and preservatives. They might be convenient, but they come at a cost: your health, your energy, and your youthful appearance. Another key factor: healthy fats. The people who age well are not afraid of good fats. They embrace them. Avocados, olive oil, salmon, nuts. These are the foods that keep skin supple, hair shiny, and joints strong. Your brain, your heart, and your entire body rely on these essential fats to function at their best. People who cut out all fats, thinking they're staying healthy, often end up aging faster because they're depriving their bodies of a critical nutrient. And let's not forget about protein. Your muscles, your skin, even your hair. It all depends on protein. As you age, your body naturally loses muscle mass, which can make you look older and feel weaker. But if you're feeding your body the right amount of protein, whether from lean meats, fish, eggs, beans, or plant-based sources, you maintain that youthful strength, that firmness in your skin, that energy that keeps you moving. So when people wonder why you look younger than your age, one of the biggest reasons is simple. You fuel your body with the right nutrition. You understand that food is not just about taste, it's about longevity. It's about energy. It's about feeding your body what it truly needs so it can keep you looking and feeling your absolute best. One of the biggest hidden reasons why some people look younger than their age isn't just about what they eat, how much they exercise, or even how well they take care of their skin. It's about something deeper, something that most people ignore until it's too late. It's about your mindset and your emotion. You ever notice how some people just radiate youth, energy, and positivity no matter how old they are? Meanwhile, others, despite being the same age or even younger, seem weighed down, tired, and aged by life. That's not a coincidence. Your mental and emotional state directly affects the way you look. Stress is one of the biggest accelerators of aging. When you're constantly stressed, your body releases a hormone called cortisol. And let me tell you, cortisol is not your friend when it comes to staying youthful. It breaks down collagen in your skin, making you look older. It messes with your metabolism, making you feel sluggish. It drains your energy, affects your sleep, and even impacts the way you carry yourself. People who are always anxious, negative, or dwelling on their problems age faster. Not just emotionally, but physically. Their faces show it. Their posture shows it. Their energy levels show it. But then there are the people who have mastered the art of staying mentally and emotionally young. They don't let stress take over their lives. They learn to let go of things they can't control. They practice gratitude. They laugh more. They surround themselves with positive energy. And that has a real physical effect on the way they look. When you have peace of mind, when you wake up every day with a sense of purpose and joy, your face reflects that. Your body reflects that. You carry yourself with a certain lightness, a confidence, an energy that people notice. And let's talk about sleep. You ever hear the phrase beauty sleep? That's not just some old saying. There's real science behind it. When you sleep, your body goes into repair mode. Your skin regenerates. Your muscles recover. Your mind resets. But when you don't get enough sleep, when you're constantly running on empty, your body doesn't get that chance to heal. Your skin starts to look dull. Dark circles appear under your eyes, and you just feel older. People who prioritize rest, who make sure they're getting deep, quality sleep, wake up looking fresher, more energized, and yes, younger. Another powerful secret? Your attitude toward life. You ever notice how people who are always learning, always curious, always excited about something, seem to have this youthful energy about them? That's because your mind and body are connected. The moment you stop learning, stop growing, stop being curious about the world, that's when aging truly begins. The people who stay young, even as the years go by, have something in common. They stay engaged with life. They pick up new hobbies. They meet new people. They challenge themselves. They don't let life become a routine. They keep pushing forward. And let's not forget about the power of laughter. Studies have shown that laughter reduces stress hormones, boosts immunity, and even improves blood circulation. People who laugh more, who enjoy life, who don't take everything too seriously, tend to look younger. Why? Because their bodies aren't being weighed down by constant negativity. They're keeping their energy high, their mindset strong, and their emotions balanced. So when people look at you and wonder why you seem to be aging in reverse, It's not just about your diet, your workouts, or your skincare routine. It's about your mind, your emotions, your outlook on life. If you master your mindset, if you learn how to handle stress, prioritize rest, stay curious, and surround yourself with positive energy, you won't just feel younger, you look younger too. And that's a secret most people never realize until it's too late. One of the most underrated but powerful reasons why some people look younger than their age has nothing to do with what they put on their skin or how much they exercise. It's about the people they surround themselves with. You ever notice how some people seem to carry a light, an energy, a glow that makes them look years younger? And others, despite having the same age or even looking physically healthy, seem drained, exhausted, and worn down by life? That's not an accident. That's the power of environment. The people you keep in your circle, the relationships you nurture, the energy you allow into your space, these things shape you more than you realize. Negativity is one of the biggest silent agers out there. When you're constantly surrounded by toxic people, those who drain your energy, criticize everything you do, or fill your mind with doubt, it doesn't just affect your emotions. It physically changes you. Stress, anxiety, and emotional exhaustion take a toll on your body, making you look older, feel weaker, and struggle with everyday life. You can eat the cleanest diet, exercise every day, and use the best skincare in the world, but if you're carrying the weight of toxic relationships, it will show on your face, in your posture, in your energy. On the other hand, people who look younger than their age protect their peace. They choose their inner circle carefully. They understand that the people they spend time with affect their mindset, their emotions, and ultimately their appearance. They surround themselves with people who bring joy, laughter, and inspiration into their lives. They cultivate relationships that lift them up instead of pulling them down. And that sense of emotional freedom, that absence of constant negativity, keeps them young. And let's talk about love. Not just romantic love, but the love you feel from friends, family, and your community. Love is one of the most powerful anti-aging forces in existence. When you feel loved, when you give love, when you nurture strong, meaningful connections, your body responds. Studies show that people with strong social ties live longer, experience less stress, and even have fewer visible signs of aging. Why? Because love creates happiness, and happiness keeps your body thriving. It lowers stress hormones, boosts your immune system, and even keeps your heart healthy. Then there's the power of laughter. The people who look young, no matter how many years pass, are the ones who laugh often. Laughter isn't just good for the soul, it's medicine for the body. It reduces cortisol, improves circulation, and releases endorphins that make you feel energized. People who find joy in everyday life, who don't take everything too seriously, who laugh freely and often, they glow. They carry an energy that keeps them looking and feeling younger than their age. And let's not forget about growth. If you're surrounded by people who push you to grow, to evolve, to step outside of your comfort zone, you stay mentally and emotionally young. People who become stagnant, who stop challenging themselves, who surround themselves with individuals who have no ambition, often start aging faster, not just in their minds, but in their body. But when you keep company with people who inspire you, who challenge you, who push you to be your best self, you keep that fire alive. And that fire, that passion, that excitement for life, it's one of the most powerful tools for staying young. So when people ask why you look younger than your age, it's not just about genetics or habits. It's about the energy you allow into your life. If you want to stay youthful, protect your peace, surround yourself with love, laugh often, and keep growing. Because the company you keep isn't just shaping your mindset, it's shaping your future, your health, and yes, your youth. Looking younger than your age isn't just about skincare routines, diet, or genetics. It's about how you live, how you think, and who you surround yourself with. It's the hidden choices you make every single day, the way you manage stress, the way you take care of your body from the inside out, the way you protect your energy and invest in the right people. All of these things shape the way you look and feel as the years go by. The truth is, youth isn't just a number. It's a mindset, a lifestyle, an energy. The people who stay young, no matter how many candles are on their birthday cake, have one thing in common. They live with intention. They prioritize their health, their emotions, their relationships. They don't allow stress, negativity, or toxic people to steal their peace. They choose laughter over worry, gratitude over complaining, growth over stagnation. So if you want to stay young, not just in appearance, but in spirit, pay attention to the things that truly matter. Protect your health, protect your peace, and most importantly, protect your joy. Because at the end of the day, the secret to looking younger isn't found in a bottle or a miracle cure. It's found in the way you live your life.